Hello guys, and welcome to a new Steel Division 2 video today by me, Vulcan. Today I'm going to be joined by Attack Power Gaming.
Hey, good morning, good evening, and good day, everyone. Super excited to be here.
Hey, he's going to be joining me to co-cast this one. In this video, I have for you game 1 of a best of 3 between Fanty and Gonzo in the semi-finals of Season 7 of the Steel Division 2 League. Today they are playing on Kostritsa, and on our left in the red team, playing on the allied side, we have Fanty using Grouper Bezugly and the Maverick deployment type. And on our right in the blue team, playing on the Axis side, we have Gonzo using Ryhma Raappana and the balanced deployment type. So what do you think about these decks?
I gotta tell you, if I was talking to a newer player, I would say never touch either of these. In terms of your ability to play them, they are very tough divisions to play. It's not that they're not good; they just have very distinct strengths and very distinct weaknesses for both of these divisions.
Yeah, so Bezugly, very good in the air naturally with the IS-2s. They have a lot of rocket IS-2s. I'm not sure, or IL-2s, sorry. I don't think we're going to see that many of them throughout the game, but in this case, it's probably going to come more down to the infantry engagement and sort of light AT and support weapons.
Yeah, I did. I checked out their decks beforehand. It's he's actually really not. Fanty's really not taking advantage of his Air Force. He's only got 3 cards of planes. No AT planes because he doesn't need them against Raappana.
Yeah.
And Gonzo, of course, has, the strengths of his division are his infantry and his Air Force, essentially. And he's got a full tab of air, a full tab of infantry, and he's got a ton of arty, a ton of artillery.
A lot of artillery, you say?
Yeah, he's got like 12 pieces of 100mm, like medium stuff, and then another 6 pieces of 150mm stuff.
That's really interesting. In 1v1s, it's actually quite rare to see a lot of artillery because artillery takes a lot of time to get value on the map. So that's why people use mortars, because they can fire fast. They use off-map because it gives you quick effect. But longer range artillery like that is rather strange.
And especially in this matchup with Maverick versus Balance, the fact of the matter is the game's going to be kind of decided by minute 30 either way. So you're not even going to get a lot of time to get advantage of that artillery. So it is very possible that Gonzo, being the absolutely fantastic player he is, didn't change his deck at all. This is just the Raappana deck he plays in quick play or ranked match.
Yeah, he probably takes us into 3v3, 4v4 and is just casually throwing it into a 1v1 match.
Fanty definitely changed his deck up because he's lacking all the AT planes and everything. So like he definitely did some adjustment before this match, but Gonzo probably didn't.
All right, let's have a look at what's going down here. So on the top left, for Fanty, he's got a PTRS at the start. He's got the Tankos, the Strelky SVT, the T-70, and the Avtos. He's got a Maxim that's going to be covering the open ground. Into the town engagement, he's got a couple of Strelky, the Tanko, and an Avto leader. He's got the 3 Flamer squads and a couple PTRS, Maxim, T-70, and a Strelky SVT. On the bottom side, he's going to be going for a bunch of Flamers again with the PTRS, a couple of Tankos in there, Strafniki, Strelky. Lots of different infantry with the T-70. On the side of Gonzo, it's going to be Lati on the top right with the Sisi, Rastovaki, Yakari, and another Rastovaki there, leader with the 50 mil, making sure he's got plenty of veterancy on his units. A couple of machine guns to cover the open. Into the town, going to be a couple of Sisi with Yakari and AT guns with the Rastovaki. And on the bottom side, a rather large focus on these Sisi with the KEV, with the Rastovaki, Yakari, 50 mil, and so on. So, yeah, let's check out this infantry engagement in the middle at the start, see what happens here.
Oh, yeah. So this is definitely, I think, actually, this is Fanty's best chance to win this game, is right here at the beginning when he has the significant speed advantage over Gonzo. His stuff, you can see the PTRS just took out a Kubel down here and a Ford AA.
2 going down. Yeah, that's nasty.
Yeah, so this is really Fanty's best chance to take control of this game because he's going to get to the front first. He's going to get to cause a lot of this suppression and kill some of these troops in their transport. He's Maverick. He really needs to start. But just in a general sense, Raappana is a slow division, so you can really get the jump on them if you push.
Yeah, they have really strong close range infantry with the Yakari and these CCKV on the bottom sides. They're actually really, really good with the 6 SVT and 4 Suomi, because those Suomis do have the 150 meter range, so can really do a lot of damage with those. But yeah, the middle engagement so far has gone pretty well for Fanty. He's got the 15-9 early on, getting that double tick established, which with Maverick versus Balance, as you mentioned, is certainly a good start.
He's definitely going to lose that, though. If you look up north here, Gonzo has a huge force, way overpowering Fanty's 2 infantry. He's going to try to use this M2A1 to throw this back at him, but I don't think it's going to do enough here.
Yeah, the Sissy are doing okay. I mean, the T70 and the M2A1 can put down a lot of suppression, but the Lati is going to probably clean up both that and the T70, because it can fire so quickly with that 2 AT rifles. Actually,
the
depends.
Lati is so good. I love that
if it focuses the T70, the Lati might get pinned before it can actually take care of the half track.
If he's watching, yeah, he might be able to. He's definitely not focusing on him.
Oh, CC running forwards though, get the AT grenade off.
Oh yeah,
and that's gonna be the T70 going down to the Lati. Actually, no, the 50 mil took out the T70.
Yeah,
and
the 50 mils here now too.
Yeah, that's it. Job done. Okay, so Gonzo's gonna clean sweep the top side. He's also clean sweeped the bottom side. Yeah, the M2A1. I love seeing these AT grenades from the infantry miss, because it's so unlikely.
It's just
due to suppression.
It's rude. It's just rude. You work so hard to get in close, and then they miss. I don't think anything sends me over the edge than that.
Yeah, indeed. This Tanko, though, pushing a nice salient for the time being. I'm sure Gonzo will try and cut down on that, and if he gets behind the Tanko, then it will most likely get cut off, so you won't be too worried about that early on. The main thing for Gonzo is just making sure that the double tick is not happening, because as you can see right now with the tickets, it would be 30 minutes until Fanty wins, which is, you know, way too slow for what Fanty wants to do.
Yeah, it's plenty of time. I will say on this map, I always find it odd when players put so much in the very south here, so down here, because you're not actually gaining any flags. I mean, if Fanty really wanted to, all he's got to do is post up a machine gun or two in these buildings here, and basically Gonzo gains nothing by having all these troops down here in this southern pocket.
Yeah, there's not really many flags here to contest, but it does give him a lot of presence over the reinforcing road. So if this Lati squad, for example, can get into position, he's going to be transport sniping a lot that would be trying to reinforce on the bottom side, and then can utilize that to move forwards.
Absolutely. It's I think one of the tough things about this deck, I think Gonzo is on the tougher side of this map. Just because, again, you are working in this giant forest that doesn't really give you anything for fighting in it, you know, all this time. And then you have to re-push into this town, this like miniature town. I don't even know what the little, I don't even know what to call it. This little extra town down here.
Yeah, little village.
Village, yeah, that's the word I was looking for. We see our first Air Force of the match here. I'm not even gonna try to say. Oh, that's how I would have said it.
There you go. Coming in for the Maxim. Wipes that out. The Tankos have been cleaned up as well in the forest there, so flags go back to Gonzo. It's now 13-11. The Yakari do deal with the sort of longer range engagements nicely, but I think the benefit of Bezugly here is that they've got the extra, like the BA-10Ms to support, they've got the M2A1s. I really like Fanty's reliance on this sort of light armor in order to take advantage of Ryhma not really having much armor other than maybe T26s, which you can now see arriving from Gonzo. He's been forced to bring those in.
Yeah. The issue is here is Fanty has to be a little bit more careful about how close he is, because he just lost a BA-10. He's about to lose a T-70. His light armor can really dominate if he stays outside of that 500 meter range, but if he lets Gonzo get in with these really strong light AT weapons, he will be able to negate that advantage.
Yeah, the Panzerstreck there doing a decent job. Unfortunately went down. Lati trying to finish off the T-70. If he can start cleaning up these light armored vehicles, Gonzo's actually going to be in a really nice spot, and I really love the use of all these Lati squads. He's got so many of them, it's crazy.
Oh, they're so good. Like, they are really so good.
Yeah, T-26s are now coming up. They're going to be engaging the KV-1S and the T-34. They do have a decent chance of killing both of those at close range, so we'll have to keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I actually think in this game, light tanks are generally rather overpowered for their cost. When you think of how much you pay for these little things, they're what, 15 points or 20? 15 points. I mean, they kill a lot of stuff for 15 points.
Yeah, just having armor in general it just makes any unit strong. Like whether it's 5 armor or 15 armor, having armor just makes them immune to light arms fire, and then they're able to just free shoot infantry from range. It's pretty nuts. On the bottom side, Gonzo did manage to actually take the flag due to this forest push, so that's good. IL-2 does come in and get a nice bombing strike. No, I'm talking about the one further left than that. Look at that. He's got a massive salient here with 2 flags.
Oh my.
Because of that forest push. But yeah, nice bombing strike cleans out the town for the time being. But the Strafniki here are really, really low on numbers. They've already been chunked quite significantly, and with more Yakari on the way, Gonzo's probably going to be able to take them out.
Yeah, I don't think I will say I don't think his Strafniki are performing up to the level they need to in order to counter, the numbers that Gonzo's putting out right now. Yeah,
the Strafniki are quite expensive with the 35 points, and you really do need them to do the job. Like the triple DP 13 Mosins is really nice.
Oh, sorry, he just lost his leader coming into that AT rifle in the south.
Love it. Gonzo's so cheeky with the AT play. I've seen some crazy AT plays in my time casting, and that is another beautiful spot for that latte. It could probably kill the T-34 if it gets side shots as well.
If he waits, because it'll fire 2 shots, so it's gonna. I don't think he's microing that much, but if he was able to wait and double side shot this T-34, he would probably kill it.
Unfortunately, Fanty has put that on a quick hunt order, so as soon as it gets line of sight, it will turn its front armor, and the Lati will be under fire itself. He's also tried to put on return fire, seeing that, but it's too late.
He's a little bit late.
Got the IL-2 coming in.
I think this is something, too, new players need to take note of. The way to really start pressuring your opponent is to harass their back lines. You have to use these recon troops and these AT troops who don't affect the front line to get in there and really make it difficult to reinforce the front line.
Yeah. It is something that is definitely undervalued by new players, but it's also something that's quite difficult to pull off.
To do. It is hard.
Yeah, it's the T-26, I think. Was it the T-26 or the 75? Managed to kill one of the KVs in the mid. That was nice. T-26 is still helping with this engagement against the Stoki and the Tankos in the mid. I think it's only a matter of time until the CC and the T-26s help pin down enough of that stuff that Gonzo can get back in there in the center, especially with the Blenheim now coming in. There is AA on the side of Fanty though, so will that stop it? Nope.
No,
bombs away.
Well, and the thing is, each plane just represents a growing of Gonzo's Air Force, and it's not like it's going anywhere. Like, Fanty does not have the points to deploy enough AA to really actually kill stuff yet. So, each one of these that comes in means that Gonzo's got that much more for the game.
As long as it doesn't get shut down, which it is very close to being so. A big old oil leak. It does survive, yes, indeed.
And it is important to note, though, it is 14-10 already in Gonzo's favor, and Gonzo's the balance player, and we have just entered Phase B. So Fanty has to... I mean, he's got to turn around here probably in the next 5 minutes to really have a good chance.
Yeah, I think the issue for Fanty here is his infantry did not do its job. If you look at the infantry disparity on the map right now, it's huge. Like, the only thing that Fanty has left is armor, really. That's in any significant numbers, and one of the T-34s went down in the mid. The T-70 also go down as well. These 75 mil guns are really paying off nicely because they've got enough AP to get through these lighter armored vehicles, and they also have HE, which allows him to support in the infantry engagements. So it's like a double whammy, and it's really, really working well.
Yeah, I love those things. 30 points, they can kill a lot of the stuff you need to kill. I mean, it's a great value. I'm
not convinced this Blenheim's going to get out there. Second 37 is on the map, although...
But it's not shooting.
Yeah, it's not firing. It's blocked by the building temporarily.
Yeah.
Hawk is coming in on the bottom side as well to intercept the IL-2. Yeah, Blenheim did get shot down. The Hawk... I feel like Gonzo could have probably committed to that. I don't know why he didn't. He probably just got a little bit worried about the AA in the mid for a second.
Yeah. But I guess, I mean, honestly, why would you push it at that point, right?
Yeah, yeah, indeed. Oh, the Lati gets some penetration onto the T-34 and
Oh,
kills it at
34.
close range.
Oh no.
When you're seeing these 15-point AT squads killing T-34s, which are like, the recon ones are like 50, 55 points, right? And
They might even be 60, the recon ones.
oh, right, yeah. So there you go. It's
No. Oh, now the DP died.
Oh no, yeah. Oh, these Lati squads. This is the story of the Lati right here. They've been impressive, and the city with like the KEV, like getting into these positions, is just so nasty because you don't expect infantry to be there because the front line's not pushed.
Because the front, yep, and they're double star, so like they're gonna eat up anything that walks near them.
And he's placed them in position where he can fight over like range, right? So, like utilize the 150-meter range as opposed to the 100-meter range. But in the middle, it's finally broken. All of the infantry that was in the trees there has died, and the Yakari claim the ground. And with that, probably a couple flags soon.
Yeah, this is going very, very poorly for Fanty.
There's just so much value coming out of Gonzo's units, and that is exactly what he needed to do. Although, saying that, nice double kill for Fanty in the bottom right. He's got his own AT squad to clip a couple of Gonzo's
PTRS
infantry.
Down there.
Very nice indeed. Cheeky. Even I missed that for a long time.
It down there. Yeah.
And then
I mean, and this is what you have to do. I mean, and this is a lot of times where people think they're winning and they're really not, kind of thing. If you're not trading well, if you're not creating that disparity in points, you're not going to win. Every time you kill a 30-point thing with a 15-point thing, you've essentially picked up 15 points. You know, so you're trying to make that gap as big as possible.
Yeah, and the other thing that's going on right now is Gonzo is making, for example, on the bottom side, Fanty unloaded infantry really early. Whilst Gonzo's able to just like drive all the way up to the front line at the moment, except probably on that bottom side. And that's slowing down the game for Fanty when he needs to be using Phase B to gain lots of ground. And so far, like, that's just really not been the case. These Kavari coming in and engaging the Strauki at close range is not what he needs.
Yeah. And you can see here Fanty's called in 2 T-34 76s, and you know, while those can go largely uncontested, I don't think that's what he needs right now. Like, he really needs to button up the north, which is about to get run down by this huge force that Gonzo has up there. You know, 3-star things. He's got to do something up there. Oh no, he's going to lose that Strafniki.
Oh, AT snipe, very nice. And there was also another kill by the Lati squad before it went down. With the infantry that hadn't unloaded in the middle, so even more value. It's just crazy. As the game goes on, there is more chance for the medium armor of the Bezugly to come to life because there's going to be less AT for Gonzo. But that's when Gonzo starts bringing out the artillery, which is now the 122 coming out. And
that's what it was, 122s.
Yeah, he is going to be able to RTAA and then use aircraft to kill the tanks instead. So it's just a massive predicament right now for Fanty, and he's lost another unit of infantry on the top side as well to an AT site. The IL-2 isn't going to get anything done against the Verkotins, so yeah, it's pretty rough.
And you can see here, this is Gonzo has done 2 fantastic things here, and Fanty calls the game there. I mean, first Gonzo harassed his supply line, so he wasn't able to get reinforcements to the front line, which totally broke his back. And then second, once Gonzo had done that, he brought in all the support units and stuff to stop Fanty from getting back into the game. You know, the AA, the artillery, the light AT all over the place. You know, he set it up so Fanty was basically locked out of the game as soon as he lost that front line.
Yep, couldn't put it better myself. So 15 minutes, 9 seconds. Pretty damn short game, especially for a balanced player taking out a Maverick player. That is very good indeed. Gonzo with the positive kill-death ratio of 1,575 kills to 1,025 losses.
Let's see this kill. Let's see this kill list here.
Yeah. So PTRS on the side of Fanty, just not doing anything when you compare it to the kills on the side of Gonzo.
The Latia here has oh my goodness, that first one has a T70, a PTRS, and an M2A2, M2A1 on its list. Oh, this 50 mil. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, when the 50 mils even getting all of those transport snipes on the top side, that is
the
very,
75
very nice.
mil, 75 mil, another. I mean, Fanty lost half his stuff in the transports.
Yep.
I mean, and that's just a bummer. And that's not like that's not a hate on him. It happens to all of us. You know, you're doing stuff. You're expecting your reinforcements to get to your kind of conservative places. You're putting them already, and they don't. And it's just like, why?
It's just the pressure that Gonzo is able to put on. That's why he's such a top tier player, is because he is so aggressive. Like, he will not let go of his lead, and he will push you to the limit. And it basically makes it so you're concentrating on one area and he's pushing you into other places at the same time. And then you've got to like check all your, like, constantly check your transports at that point to make sure that you're not getting sniped. When you see that they're getting sniped, it's probably already too late because the shot's coming in and the transport goes down before they stop and unload. You know, that was a big change that they made when they introduced the range changes, was they also made it so that transports had to fully stop before they unloaded. And when they made that change in competitive play, so many people started losing stuff in transports. It's unbelievable. So, yeah.
And I will say, I think one thing that definitely will help people, when you are in your reinforcement menu, so you click on a unit to bring them in, if you click Y before bringing them in, they will come in with the unloaded position already on.
Yep.
Instead of the, you know, the attack move that they usually come in on.
Yeah, that's great.
It's a total lifesaver.
All right, so should we wrap it up there? Unless you have anything else to say?
No, it's basically a textbook how to win really fast.
Yeah, very nice job done by Gonzo. All right, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I guess we will see you in the next video.
Have a great day, guys.
Goodbye.